can hear you. I can see you. Usually when I bring on a Facebook guest, it ends up crashing everything. But this time, thumbs up.
Look at, hey, the production value just keeps increasing with every subscriber we get.
Oh, it's so good. So good. Welcome back, brother. I heard you had a tournament. So for everyone who didn't know, Dustin was playing in a tournament on Monday and Tuesday, right? So Tuesday night you were zonked and weren't able to make the show, but welcome back, brother.
Yes, thank you. What a game to come back to.
Oh,
man.
So much fun. I guess we'll start with the ups and downs because there's a bunch of ups to talk about.
Yeah, let's go with ups. Obviously being up 2-0. Great up. Abbotsford able to open the scoring a minute and 15 seconds into the game, which is huge because they've been struggling to get quick starts against Charlotte or in the playoffs altogether. So that was huge. Coming off the 6-1 victory, you weren't sure how Charlotte was going to respond, and to get ahead 1-0 that early in the game was paramount to settling in quickly and not letting Charlotte push the game they wanted to. Charlotte obviously did get a few power plays in the first period there, with Abby getting a little carried away with some of the extracurricular stuff. But again, the penalty kill continues to dominate throughout these playoffs, only allowing I think 6 shots on the penalty kill, and then moving into the second period there, it was looking a little sloppy right after the break when they had to repair the glass, but getting that Baines getting that goal settled them back down. Abbotsford really started pushing the physicality, some huge hits by Blay, Nielsen, even Kudryavtsev burying Skoog there behind the net, a guy who's got 4 inches, I think, on him and probably 20 to 30 pounds. Like, my goodness, every single player on the Canucks has bought into the physical playoff style of hockey. And yes, they weren't getting a lot of shots early in the period, but after they started generating turnovers and their physicality was making Charlotte shy away a little bit, Charlotte was coughing up the puck by forcing plays too quickly because of that aggressive forecheck. So Abbotsford really able to play their game for pretty much the last half of the second period there until really the last minute. But Shilov's, again, big game player, just standing tall, making some huge saves. A couple of really big saves in the first period, tracking the puck really, really well. Loving what I'm seeing from him, not really giving up any juicy rebounds or anything like that. He's really controlling the puck well. Downs, obviously, there was some sloppy stuff in front of him there, some turnovers. They cleaned up the penalty issues, so clearly there was a discussion in between periods to say, hey, yeah, Charlotte's going to try and push us. They have that Okuliar guy who's really good at playing that rat role. I don't know if you saw at the end of the second period there, he was given the wah through his fishbowl.
Yeah.
So I don't know, everyone feels tough when they got a full cage on. So, just Abbotsford seems to be in Charlotte's head. They haven't really trailed much at all these playoffs, and now they're down in a series. They're looking at possibly going down 3-1 in this series. If Abbotsford continues to shut them down defensively here. In this third period, which from all we've seen this entire playoffs, I mean, there's no real fear that Abby's going to regress. I mean, they might make a mistake here or there if Charlotte pushes hard, but Charlotte's a good team. There's a reason why they're in the finals. But Abbotsford going into the third period with the lead, I don't think has lost in these playoffs. So, they do a really good job of controlling the puck the way they need to. If Charlotte makes some mistakes, they're going to push the play back into their end. And if they get a chance at an odd man rush, they're going to take it and try and get up 3-0, 4-0. I mean, we saw it last game when they kept the pedal to the metal, ended up with a 6-1 victory. And hopefully we can get a couple, maybe 1 or 2 early in the third here to just really put this one out of reach and just cruise to the finish.
I know you mentioned the goal earlier, obviously with Jonathan Leckmerky, second game in the lineup after being out for a while there. But man, like the perfect deployment. Again, another example of Manny Malhotra's perfect deployment of his players. We're going to have a fat up to both Manny and Jonathan, because getting him back in the lineup at home so he can manage his minutes, get him out against a proper line that he's not going to be worried about him getting checked too hard, and then getting him out there on some power play minutes. And my goodness, that one-timer to score that first goal, he put it so perfectly underneath that bar. It was like where the bar and the post connect. It was right there. So even if the goalie got across, that puck's still going to the net. So a big fat up for both Jonathan and Manny on that one, I think.
Yeah, and I forgot to give props to Linus Karlsson. I mean, that effort he made to block that shot in the last minute of the second period there, to dance in and out of the shooting lane and still get the block, while being the leading scorer in these playoffs is just incredible two-way hockey. And you absolutely love to see your most offensive guys buying in and selling out for that blocked shot. Like, everyone is on the same page, and it gives me goosebumps to watch this team play hockey, because I love the way that Malhotra and Harry Mahesh and Jordan Smith and Justin Pogge have worked together to, one guy takes care of this section of the team, and Manny kind of oversees all of it. And anytime I see a clip of him talking with his players, it's like, man, it's no wonder these guys absolutely love playing for this coaching staff and for each other. Like, it's just an amazing environment, and I really hope they can just bring it home now.
The other one I wanted to ask you if you saw it too, because I mentioned it in the call, was at some point near the end of the second intermission there. It was right on the near boards in the checkers zone. And like I said, the guy heard the footsteps coming and he fully, he ducked out of the way. The Abbotsford Canucks are 100% in the checkers head, which is funny because they're called the checkers. Yep. So they should be ready for that, right?
Yeah, no, I know exactly which one you're talking about. Blais was coming with the shoulder tucked, and the defenseman just chipped it out and ducked away. Like, they're in their head, and that's playoff hockey. I mean, that's how you win. If your physicality is making them shy away, I mean, you are winning the mental, physical, and I mean, right now, the scoring battle.
Yeah. All right. So next point, Canuck Olympians. So we had some people who were announced. They announced the first 6 players of all the different teams that are playing. And just so everyone knows, France is going to be replacing Russia. So Russia will not be playing at this Olympics. So they were replaced by France. But obviously, one of the guys that we love to see on the Latvian team is Mr. Artur Shilov. So that's huge for him to already be named to a team that has 2 goalies named already, which is the only team that did that was Latvia. But Merzlikins and Shilovs have already been selected. So huge for the guy who won the MVP of the World Championship last year. Couldn't play this year because he's too busy trying to win a Calder Cup. That's got to be huge for him, though.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you take what he did in that World Championships as international play, and I mean, he's pretty much a lock. And now you're seeing what he's doing for the AHL playoffs, and how could you leave him off the team? I mean, Latvia doesn't have a huge talent pool as it is, but when you have 2 goalies like Elvis Merzlikins and Artur Shilovs as your 1-2 punch going into the Olympics, I mean, you feel pretty confident in net. It's just building the rest of the team around those guys, and not having, Shilovs has to face a record amount of shots in another international tournament.
Yeah, scary USA naming, obviously Quinn Hughes was injured at the 4 Nations, but essentially adding Quinn Hughes to that 4 Nations face-off team is going to be terrifying. So he's already been named, which we expected. The one I wanted to ask you about, which does kind of feel like a bit of a snub, Czechia not naming Hronek to start. They ended up going Rako Gudas instead of Hronek. I assume Hronek will probably still make the team, but what does this tell? Yeah. Is this a slap in the face, or is it just it is what it is?
I think it's just it is what it is. Maybe they wanted to name the more physical player first. Gudas is the captain in Anaheim as well, so just maybe a little more eyes on Gudas when it comes to the Czechia internationals or Czechia national committee. So I honestly, Hronek's, there's no way he's not making that team when it comes to the Olympics unless he's injured. So, when the full rosters are announced, it won't be a surprise when he's named to them.
I just thought the only reason I thought it was pretty weird was he was their highest scoring defenseman at the World Championship. So
It is a strange move for sure.
Yeah. Moving from one Canucks defenseman to another, Kudryavtsev is good. And we've got the numbers to back it up. This one coming out from Cody Severston on Twitter. So I'll bring that up for the kids. Kudryavtsev, WTF, on the ice for 17 goals, 4 and 3 against at 5-on-5. And then if you look at all situations, including power play and penalty kill, there's still only 3 goals against when he's on the ice, 5-on-5 goals, and 25 goals for. Either generational development by Malhotra or, is he just making a case to give the Canucks the ability to trade more defensemen to get a center?
I mean, we've seen it, the progression all season with all the defensemen. But we knew Kudryavtsev had offensive talent given what he did in the OHL last year. And so then coming into the AHL, we didn't really know how it was going to translate with him playing pro level.
Mm-hmm.
But clearly, every single defenseman on this team has progressed tenfold from where they were at the beginning of the season. I mean, the coaching staff has done an incredible job. Even when D. Petey went up to the big club, all they talked about was how much he developed from training camp to when they called him up. And I mean, now he's an NHLer. Like a late round draft pick this coaching staff got their hands on him and turned him into an NHLer like in 3 months. And so all of these guys, I mean, we have an absolute embarrassment of riches on the blue line right now. Like when you look at Puckpedia and you look at the Canucks roster and you look at the blue line for the first time in a long, long time, you feel good and have warm, fuzzy feelings about the Canucks blue line and the depth of the blue line. And yes, we can afford to trade a few guys because we do have so much ready to go in the pipeline. So obviously we will probably see a couple of these guys used in some trades coming up. We're starting to see some NHL trades happen now. Obviously the Canucks likely aren't doing anything until this Calder Cup run is over. You don't want to trade someone who's in a playoff run. So I would expect as soon as this is wrapped up that there's some trades already verbally agreed upon. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see maybe a Kudryavtsev or even a D. Petey involved in one of those trades.
So the other news that just came out today, coming in from Daily Hive, is apparently there is a rumor that Paolo Aquaman, who's one of the brothers who's a part owner of the Vancouver Canucks, is looking to get out. So the reason I bring this one up, it's a little bit more just kind of like TMZ type stuff, but if there is any truth to it, that might make sense as to why last year at the trade deadline, they got rid of a bunch of money, didn't bring anything back in. And then maybe this year, maybe that makes you a little bit worried that they don't have the money to spend. What do you make of this story of Paulo looking to get out as a part owner of the Canucks?
I don't know how much Paulo is even really involved. So I think it's just wanting to maybe move on and do something else with his life, potentially. Obviously, we're never going to really know the ins and outs unless the Aquilinis themselves come out and talk about the situation. Hopefully, they can find either a way to sell off some assets. I mean, when they talk about like Francesco and them selling off assets, I mean, they also have a ton of real estate assets. I mean, they own 2 different golf courses in Golden Eagle out in Pitt Meadows, and they also own the Falls Golf Club out in Chilliwack, and that entire Eastern Hillside development area was all developed by Aquilini Properties, and so they have plenty of assets they could sell to buy out Paulo. But then there's also the opportunity for maybe another owner to maybe, or investor to take some ownership stake in the club, maybe, like a celebrity or something like that for them to get the funds. Who knows what happens from here, but obviously Paolo wants to go, and they're going to have to find a way to pay him.
Yeah, we're kind of, maybe that's a good step towards getting the Aquilini's fingers off this team completely, but who knows? We've only got about a minute left for these two. So 30 seconds on Bowen Byram. Looks like he's saying he wants to be a Vancouver Canuck, according to this article from the Canucks Army. What do you think? Is he a fit, or do we just have too many defensemen already?
Well, I mean, that's where I talk about the left side. I mean, we're so deep at the left-hand defenseman side, and I don't know how much Byram can play on the right. So if he comes in here on the left side, then obviously someone's going to have to be moved out into like a DPD or a Sawyer Minyo or something like that. When it comes to Kravtsov, I mean, Canucks own his rights. So if he wants to come back to the NHL, I mean, they'll put him through training camp and see what he's got. And he did score 27 goals in the latest KHL season. So it's not, and had, I think, 58 points overall in 66 games played. So, you know, he has had his best year in the KHL this recent year. So it would make sense maybe to come in and play for the Canucks. I mean, we do need a scoring winger.
Could be a cheap option. Yeah, and as you can see, for everyone who's like, who the heck is this guy?
Bester leaves and Kravtsov comes in, maybe. Who knows? 2022-23,
he was traded to the Canucks from the New York Rangers. So only played 16 games, had a goal and an assist, was a -3, 4 penalty minutes. So really, the Canucks still have the rights to it. But yeah, he went back to Russia right after that. So who knows? Cool. Dustin.
We'll see you post game.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping by, and enjoy the third period, brother.
You as well. We'll talk to you soon.
Nothing is perfect.